Essex, you go when you're ready, mate. Tell us all the
Okay, you ready?
Go, ready.
Right. No hangers, no? No, I'm good.
The music just comes in, doesn't it? And then we come in and...
Warbosses of Da ApORKalypse! Ladies and gentlemen, the Warbosses of Da ApORKalypse.
Okay, so it's the one we've all been waiting for, October, the Warbosses. So we've got 6+ Steve-O.
Hey, hey.
The Hobby Git.
Hello.
Sid.
All right.
Dread.
Whoa!
Scar.
Frank.
And me, Essex Boys. So this week we're going to be looking at all the awesome Gargants that have been mech'd through October. And I, for one, can't bloody wait because it's in memory of one of our lost members of the community in the Great War in the Sky, Gargant-Zinski. So hopefully we've made some awesome creations in his memory and his honour. I had the great pleasure of knowing him. I'm sure you guys all knew him as well, and all loved him as much as we did.
Legend.
Yeah, really was a legend of the community. And to see what this community have created in his memory is going to be fucking awesome, I think. So yeah, let's get to it, shall we?
Yeah. We'll have a link to his channel. It still exists. We have a link to his channel in the description. If anyone doesn't know who this legend is, go and check him out. He made awesome videos.
He did indeed. And he only had internet for 2 years, as he told everyone.
It's on occasion take the piss out of Dread.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember those live stream days.
Mrs. Piss takes.
I watched this live stream video about the new Ork Codex, and he talked about it for all of fun.
Brilliant.
I did a good video of that.
We're going to jump in and have a little look at what people have been meching and what it was all about.
Let's see them. That's what they're here for. Let's see them.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? We've got to mention Tom as well.
Yeah.
Mad Neck Tom Zimbardo. He has been a godsend because I myself, I don't know about you guys, but I've been super busy with real life all through the summer. It's been mental. I had all the best intentions of meching a Gargant, and well, he's sitting behind me. It's sort of done, but not really.
Big Mech Mel behind you, isn't it?
Yeah, Big Mech Mel there. But I might do a little reveal later. He's the skeletons there. It's like the Death Star from A New Hope. You know,
he's looking fucking awesome.
Power of this armed and fully operational guy.
It's just a skeleton.
Don't be humble, mate. It's looking proper tasty.
It's getting
looking. I want that Nerf gun working, because when you take it to a Warboss meet one day, I want Dread to be on edge when it's in front of his mages.
I'll kill you.
It's one of them great ones. It's got like 18 shots as well. It's got like a repeater thing on it. So yeah, you love that one.
Each dart soaked in thinners.
Yeah. And it catches fire as they come out as well.
Evil bastard.
Melt them down. But yeah, no, Tom's been awesome, isn't he, on the
if I had a hat, I'd take it off
Discord.
to him. I ain't got one today for some reason.
Let's look at a Gargant.
Let's look at Gargant.
Yeah.
It's the incredible bulk first, isn't it?
Incredible bulk.
Subtle pro.
Oh,
Who made this beauty?
Slab surfer.
The slab surfer, yeah.
Slab surfer, yeah.
I love that it's multi-part. That it actually, because I mean, like, there's a lot of us that do have miniatures that we do take apart, like, you know, battle wagons, and you take the turret off or whatever for transport. But few people actually think about it when they're building a huge, great big Gargant. So that's a smart move, definitely.
I'm gonna have to knock a wall down to get mine out of the garage, I think.
So what's really cool about that? What's really cool about that, Dread, what you said, like, is that if he's not using that in game, he can take it apart and use parts of it as terrain. Like,
yeah.
The middle section, he's got it. Or I see one of the pictures there. He's got it on the side, so you've got it doubles up as terrain and or a Gargant. It's
you can even play a fluffy battle where it's actually like, you know, you've got to collect the Gargant parts, put the Gargant together or something. You know, you could have a narrative.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, battling the Gargant construction yard. Yeah.
I love the boxiness of this.
Yeah,
It is a great use of the terrain in the left arm being like a big hammer.
Yeah.
You know, that's a mint use of the big hammer. I think was it an oil pump or something?
Oil pump, wasn't it? Yeah, the nodding donkey thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wicked.
I like the boxy, squarish look to it. It reminds me of like Epic, some of the Epic models and stuff. I like that. I like them when they're like that. I think I kind of like that look over the sort of more rounded look. I don't know. It's it's cool. It's awesome. It's and a genius use of terrain pieces to make it. That's really cool because that's essentially would be built the same sort of way like that, wouldn't it? A Gargant.
Yeah, just smashed together out of bits and scrap, wouldn't it? Exactly that.
Is that new terrain? Is it?
It's the kill team
Yeah,
stuff.
from the kill team box. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is one day when I take on the challenge of building my own, I may have to steal that idea because that's fucking genius.
Yeah.
I'm loving the
a lot of time, doesn't it?
loving the big pen Gatling gun.
Is that what it is? I'm just looking at that thinking, where's he got that from? Or did he scratch built in? What are the tubes hexagonal? But yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
spots.
Because
I love a good big pen Gatling gun. Whoa.
Gar is the master of finding the what's being used in the kit bash.
Here we are.
Awesome.
Turn the camera off and have to hold that.
Yeah, you're allowed to bring your attack, Squig. That's fine.
Yeah. There you are.
Here he is. That's his face biter, Squig.
She's right here, actually. No, she can be in the video. She's just trying to have a little kip, but
Yeah, the audience
here
will
she
love it.
is. Oh, karma. Look, see.
That has just got us more likes than we've ever had in the history of the channel. I guarantee it.
I told Tim to wear that onesie.
It doesn't do up properly at the back, and when he goes off for a coffee, the views are going to plummet.
Order.
Into
Not
the
allowed. Public
He's saving that content for his OnlyFans page. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
hear that, but you know.
Tom, we are currently you join us partway through the episode, mate. We are currently looking at slab surfers. We're going through the threads in the Discord, and we're on the first one. So you've caught us just in the nick of time. We're singing the praises of slab surfers, Gargant/mech shop terrain.
And what are we looking at? Are we looking at the Gargant-Zinski channel or a different one?
Yeah. Well,
We're
the
looking
The
at
Gargant Owners Club.
the Gargant Owners Club.
And
right.
we're going through each of the threads one by one. We're on the incredible bulk currently.
All right. Okay. There's a lot. I mean, really a lot.
Did you do that, Tom? Did you make them individual little threads? That's really clever.
Well, yeah, it would be if everyone used them, but
Well, we hope
Oh,
they did,
they're not
because
all
that's
there.
what we're using to look at them all.
yeah, well,
We're gonna have to look at some of the ones that aren't. Just saying.
yeah.
We'll have a round.
I don't think there's any group of orcs that's made this many Gargants in 1 year before, like ever.
No.
Like, seriously, like,
Well done, guys.
there's got to be like 10, 15 Gargants. I have actually got a list somewhere that it's not up to date at all. But
You did one on Facebook, didn't you? You did a big list on the Facebook.
yeah,
group.
I did a big list, and I tried to get everyone's names on Facebook, Discord, YouTube, Insta, things like that. And there was like 15, 20 people on it. And I don't think they've all made it to the finish line, but hey, you know, I haven't either. So, you know.
Neither.
They did better than probably any of us would have done. Let's be honest.
Yes, some of them are absolutely brilliant, aren't they? Like, this is some really, really good work.
Phenomenal stuff.
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to seeing them all because I haven't seen them all yet. So like,
Well-
this is the first one I've seen, and I'm already like, yeah, cool.
Well, we're
Where-
off to a fucking cracking start. I guess we better move on and have a look at what the next one is then.
I don't get.
Hog Smasher Da ApORKalypse. Should we look
Yeah.
at that one?
Ah, this is Cossack's one. Yes.
Red Cossack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was he?
I said to him before that the head reminds me a bit of that assassin in Star Wars.
IG-88.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Oh, and you've
Nerd.
Holy fuck.
The wrong colour for a start.
Mhm.
I love all the cannons.
A lot of armour.
Yeah,
What I
It's
love,
a lot of panels.
we know that. We're aware.
I think what I loved was he was like, "I'm going to make a mega Gargant," and it was like, "Mate, you got like 2 months. Like, are you sure?" And then he did. He's built a mega Gargant in about 2 or 3 months. To be fair, to him.
Hundreds of little miniatures going inside it. as
Yeah.
well.
I think it was 92 or 96 grots,
Grots on it, so yeah.
sort of like scurrying about it.
I believe they're Mr. Modulork, Gretchen, or goblins, I should say.
Yeah.
Nice.
He says it was created by Mad Mech Oddbrains as a means of continuing his war against the hated Mechanicus. Cog Smasher is a mecha Gargant. Its small weapon size hiding extremely hard-hitting weapons.
Small weapon size.
I think there's a bit of a manhood joke in that.
Compact for her pleasure.
It might look small, but it will hurt you, I promise.
I think it's because
It has plenty of penetrating power.
I think the thing is because the guns do look small for what a Mega Gargant is. But if you scale up an epic Mega Gargant, the guns are preposterous.
Mm.
Shouldn't do that. So Cossack's done a better thing where he's just added more smaller ones dotted about, and anything that gets in front of that is dead. It's just good. It's grand.
Yeah, I mean,
I
seeing
just-
solo, even the main shooter arm on the right is going to be like that.
And hopefully, audience, you're seeing this picture at home, but this image where he's made the image of his Mecha Gargant
Yeah.
in that. That is a
Yeah.
fucking lovely touch. That is beautiful. That is such a cool way to sort of put it in universe, and that's astounding. That looks
Do you know
You
what I
can
love about it?
see that image with a data sheet with some custom rules to go with it. Like, it's just fucking that's awesome. So cool.
Yeah,
It literally looks like a moving like Hablock to me. Like it was a scrap tower that the orcs were deciding. Well, we've done this much. We might as well make it walk. Like, you know.
And it's not
building,
just
just
detail
move.
on the outside. He's done like little sections on the inside as well. If you
Yeah.
find bits with the screens and the
Mm.
Rock
If
sort
it's
of
screens
thing.
is great,
If
isn't it?
you put wheat in the top, it comes out the bottom there, like all sorted, and you know. I reckon it started life as like some farm industrial tech or something like that. That they just were like, oh, it's a worky thing. Let's make the worky thing walk.
It's
That's what I think.
that's just I don't know. I'm looking at it, I'm going, oh, I might as well just quit the hobby. Like, just look at all the stuff you're proud of and doing. Look at this, you're like, that's that, yeah.
Nah, makes me want to build one to smash it apart. You know what I mean? There's that sort of wanting a scrap. that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I really love that control room. Just the addition of just a very simple thing of just like printing off some images.
Yeah.
Just,
Again, done in the same way of that image where it's like CCTV footage, grainy footage. Like you got, like you see that on one of the screens, you can see one of the grots there, face on the screen. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Brilliant.
Or even the screens below that. I like that he's been brave enough to sort of like find a colour that works on screen, but then go, oh, do you know what? I'm going to try another one, and it also works. So you got the green and the blue, but they all look really good together like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely
The little
astounding.
chair and everything. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it?
And I think he did it the fastest out of anyone as well.
Damn.
tidy. Right, what we got next? The Wrath of Mork, or possibly Gork.
well, that one's got a big gun.
Definitely not compensating for anything.
Got a big chopper and out, to be fair.
This is Weezer 69, and when he first started doing it, the core of the body is a cardboard box, and I was like, oh, I don't know. But then I think he did paper mache over the top of that, and then I think he's done plastic card armor plates over the top of that, and it looks amazing. He was one of the first ones to finish something that was bigger than a Stomper, I think.
Yeah.
It's bloody brilliant.
Look at the eye that lights up.
And you talk about epic.
That's
reminds me of
badass.
Epic. That reminds me of epic.
Yeah, it's got a very classic look. Even
Yeah,
like the little
definitely.
shanty buildings built
Yeah,
into it
yeah,
on the
I
back
like
as
them.
well.
That is an epic Great Gargant.
Yeah.
It just is. Yeah.
Yeah, even look at the way the feet are, like tacking out from the armor underneath.
Mhm.
Like,
There's lovely detail in the back as well. The back with all the piping and all the machinery and stuff, and the grots working on it, and all the little gantries and
you know what it
walkways up.
reminds me of actually.
Fucking
It
lovely.
reminds me, the body and the legs and the belly gun and that reminds me of the old armor cast Gargant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much in the old epic Gargant style, isn't it?
The lovely paint job as well, the weathering on it.
Yeah.
On the metals and the blues and
The panels and all that. Yeah, it looks really good, doesn't it?
it's beautiful that.
And I bet if you drop it on your toe, it won't break your toe.
And everybody noticed that on the bottom left, there's a little billboard.
Rivets and dagger.
Yeah.
Rivets and daggers.
Oh, yes.
Nice touch.
Yeah. It's good. I want to add little rivets and dagger onto mine somewhere as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he would approve.
Most
Done
definitely.
it in the same style as the channel is written as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that I think he's
Oh,
just
that's
painted
nice.
it on as well. He's just copied the style. That's
That's proper class. I like that.
well done. That. Like all the little flames as well, the little white flames around the
The trimmings.
Around
Yeah.
the whole
and
trim, yeah, the whole way around.
Just the fact it has to move as a terrain piece because it's so freaking huge. Although
Yeah,
that is
the head on it is great as well. I think.
that a display board, or does it have to? Does it have to sit on it? It might have to sit on it. Like it's a big thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's freestanding or if it's glued to that board. Might be glued to the board.
There's a pic there with it on the floor before it was finished, and he's sort of just leaning forward from the settee holding it. And I've got the same pic with my son. His little,
He's walking. He's walking.
It's 4 steps. Yeah.
he might look a little bit proud.
Oh no.
That's epic.
But he should be proud because it's fucking bang tidy. How the hell are we going to pick a winner out of this lot? Honestly,
Oh, that's what I'm
already?
thinking already. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is gonna be hard. I mean, they're all winners. Anyone who built one,
Yeah.
they're all
Yeah,
winners.
for sure.
Your prize is you've got a Gargant.
Okay. Yeah.
How many people have got a Gargant?
Yeah. If you don't win, you've got to smash it.
Well, I'm glad you said that,
Only one
Tom,
winner.
because we hadn't got any prize to give other than just credits. So I'm like,
Exactly.
Well, the next entry, the next thread is called The Biggest Boy. And that is a bold claim because after whose was it? Red Cossacks one.
Yeah,
That is a
Cossacks.
bold claim. So, it can't be bigger than that,
Yeah.
surely.
Yeah,
It can't be.
the biggest boy is not actually the biggest boy.
Oh, we got the biggest boy. So this is Mr. Fish.
Mr. Fish.
Mr. Fish. And we've got
He's Blood Axe Stomper.
So this is the GW Stomper kit, isn't it?
It's the Stomper. I don't see anything.
No, that's
Yeah.
not-
It's half a
Just
Stomper
using
kit.
black
Yeah, it's missing a head.
Oh god.
No, right?
Oh, let me guess. Well, also needs more Dakar.
Yeah,
Well, I love the paint job. I'm sure Scar approves.
Ah, yeah, 2 thumbs up from me, man. This is top notch. I love this.
the actual
I like purple.
camouflage pattern is pretty cool. Though.
Double camo is
It's very
Very
cool.
sort of like
Very, very
very
cool.
orky and daggy, you know.
And I like that. Yeah, I like that he's used more than one camouflage pattern as well. One color scheme. That's nice.
But you know, like or writing style, that's what that camouflage pattern looks like. It looks like orc writing.
Yeah, it does a bit actually. Just all the
Yeah.
little sort of like almost dags and
Mm.
angles and that.
He's got a bit of object source lighting going on as well for all the lights. You can see
What's really nice.
yeah.
Simple but effective techniques.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a really striking scheme he's gone for. It's really cool.
I think the head's actually a different green to the body with a purple plate. So he's got 3 color schemes. Oh, very interesting.
It's such a Blood Axe thing to do as well, isn't it? To camouflage a Stomper.
Stomper. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, man. Like,
Sneaky Stomper. Where'd that fucking come from?
I didn't hear that come in.
well, when I eventually do get around to painting mine, I'm either going for Mountbatten pink because that was actually a camouflage
Yes.
color,
Yeah.
or I'd go dazzle camo. But this looks awesome. Like,
It looks really cool.
Mhm.
I love the thing. That's awesome.
oh, you
Well-
well, be proper sneaky and just paint it like a building with like fake windows and doors and fake people and stuff, and a little cafe at the bottom.
Yeah, just a little door. Free marine food or free bird food or whatever. Just a sort of right in front of the belly gun.
Well, Mr. Fish, you don't have the biggest one, but you may have the nicest painted ones. far. What we got next?
Very
Boiler Boy.
By Ewan R. Steam Gargant.
Oh, I can see some of the bits he's used for this. We've got a Bane Blade base there, haven't we?
Oh, there's a whole little concept going on in the left shoulder, man.
All about that base, the base.
I want no trouble.
No. Oh, he's got the old school goth rockers. So
Yeah.
Oh, look at the fucking claw on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's lovely.
it is bloody good, this one.
Yeah,
So he's used the boss head bunker, hasn't he, as the head?
it's the head.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, so that's the actual GW Gargant head.
That is the perfect use for that kit.
Yeah.
Look how well that works.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Bane Blade under it.
Yeah,
Two.
It's
Two of
two.
them slapped together.
yeah.
Walking in.
Two Bane Blades.
That's no cheap build.
And this thing is covered in turrets.
I was going to
Yeah.
say they're all use of all like the Imperial tank. Is it the Lehman Russ turrets?
Oh yeah, he's been generous with them. He has.
And the rest. There's
Oh.
hundreds of them. The more you
Yeah.
oh, there's one, there's none, there's another one, is it? And he's got a picture of it next to a GW Stomper, and it is
Yeah.
at least twice as high.
Oh, proper, yeah. It's the way it should be.
Jesus, that's huge, isn't it?
It's a
Mhm.
monster, isn't it?
It's even bigger when you start looking at it more and more. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, okay.
I'd love someone's going to be listening to this video and not seeing the images, just the sound bites coming out of
Look at the size of that one.
this.
I'd love to have something that big. I just don't think I'd fit it anywhere.
It looks like, yeah, it looks like another stomp. It was like, I'm gonna go get me big brother to sort you out, and then this turns the corner.
It was him. It was him. He done it.
He done it. Him.
He's done it. It all comes apart as well, isn't it? It's in the last bit.
Yeah.
Oh, is
All modular.
What's that?
Brilliant.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, does it come to bit? Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah, that's good. So he could use the head as a terrain. Like,
Exactly.
there it is.
yeah.
He's got the rock band all
Ah.
separate, and yeah, that's really good.
Next to a stomper as well, which is
This is actually my favourite paint job so far. I just, it's
Yeah.
very Ork.
well,
I
it is.
really like
It
that.
is a freebootery one, so no
Mhm.
there.
Shock horror there. Mm.
Getting
I approve.
all the multicolours.
I've got to say, I'm in agreement with Dread here, actually. It's
Oh no, it's a good paint job. Yeah.
fucking lovely.
It does look
Yeah.
good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Does the head have a mohawk?
Oh, I'm only just seeing it against the Stomper. Whoa. Jesus,
Oh yeah. Well, there we
can
go.
run him over.
That's another homage then, with the mohawk.
With the mohawk, yeah.
So cool.
That's really good.
Homage to Gar, yeah.
I really like
Nice.
this one.
Yeah.
And I love
More
the
the more I find stuff I like.
I love the Gatling gun tower turret. I love that. That's really
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
This must have taken fucking hours and hours and hours of work.
Yeah, look
like
at how to strike
Indeed.
massive,
I remember
like
there's a knight head.
claw.
Like,
Yeah,
there's
stuck
fucking-
away. Yeah. It's
One
really
of
is one of
his
those
many
things that the
good-
more you look, the more you keep finding as well.
There's
It's
so
Yeah.
much in there.
like,
That's
oh, it's
the
got
Ork
truck
and the
wheels here,
Mega
and oh, where's this bit come from? And it's like, oh,
Yeah, it's astounding.
You got the Forge World
Yeah.
Mega Dread driver in there as well, coming out of the hatch.
Like, it would be tempting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If you were working on a project like this, you would, to make it easier on yourself, you would cut corners in certain areas. You'd make bits easy on yourself. But he's just, every part of it is really detailed, even down to like the Ork gunners. They're really nicely painted, and
Mhm.
all the little details. He's put so much effort into all of it. Like,
I think models are quite often a very personal thing, and although we like admire other people's, you go, yeah, I really like that, but I appreciate it as someone else's thing, but I wouldn't, necessarily have it myself. If that was available as a kit, I'd buy it. I
Yeah.
like that model. I would have that model.
mm,
I'm just marveling on the smasher gun parts because I think that's
superb, isn't it? That
the best kit bashed worky bits I think I've seen in quite a while. Because
the bits coming out by the shoulder pad look phenomenal with all the cables and that, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, there's like clever usage of bits because there's parts of the truck kit in there, that truck kit, and then I think there's servo hauler bits in there as well.
Yeah,
and there's all sorts of little bits and pieces. Oh, it's great. I loved what I probably the thing that I remember the most from this build is from Ewan's build is I remember seeing the claw coming together in early when I was keeping track earlier on, and yeah, I mean that's just a great execution. It just overall,
it's brilliant, isn't it?
Just phenomenal, and also just he's done turrets in the chest like the old Mega Gargant from extra geek points.
Yeah. Which is sublime. A miniature I fucking love. I love that look. It's just so cool. Bristling with Dakar.
Bristling with details.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love the fact that it is just a massive effigy to Gargant-Zinski. That it literally looks like him. It's astounding.
Oh, do you think that's why it's got the mohawk? It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
Oh, that
brilliant.
I love that shot of it, like that slow down, just looking up at it.
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah, that's the one I was looking at for quite some time. I'm like, yeah.
you really see all the turrets sticking out. And...
What we got next? Great Gargant, that's no moon.
Oh, that's no moon. It's one of mine.
Oh, I know this one. Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? What's the next one?
Moving on.
You know.
I haven't put up that many photos of these. I meant to have threads. I mean, I've put photos of them up all everywhere, but actually on the Gargant Owners Club, I've not done that much. Yeah, I made this about 10 or 12 years ago. I painted it, but some mates of mine helped me build it. It's a upside down flower pot on top of one of those Lazy Susan like rotating things. So you can just turn it like no problems at all. And then it's got 2 death rollers and a belly gun, and then just as much Dakar as I could fit on it, frankly, and a crow's nest and a massive freebooters flag on it. So
my favourite thing about it is all the orcs hanging out of windows in various places. You can see hanging out with the guns. I love seeing these things crawling with life and the activity going on, and like that just adds so much to it. It's
very lifting.
You see it's being repaired. There's big gunners shooting out of it. They look like they're having the time of their fucking lives in there.
Yeah, definitely.
And I like the corner shoulder fucking towers are old tins of beans or sketty hoops or something. Or ravioli.
I can't remember exactly what they were, but little tin cans. Yeah.
Karma's dog food tins.
I'm impressed that you said best bits and then didn't say the words double death roller.
The double death roller on the front was good fun, and then I had the idea that whatever the death roller didn't kill, all the boys from the boarding ramps would. So the idea is that it can hold 60 boys. So can you imagine like 2 in like fully intact units of 30 boys actually getting up close and getting stuck in without getting shot first? Like what that would do to just anything. And if that's not enough, it could just like send out killer cans instead. So
that creates a cool fucking scene in the mind. That does.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I thought we played a game. It was an Orcs versus Imperials game at Games Workshop, and you know, I got there and there was loads of Space Marine players, and they were all set up on the other side. And the only Orc player was this lad with his dad, and he was sort of looking a bit disheartened because there's like 6 or 7 Space Marine players on the other side of the table. And you know, Games Workshop were giving him all the GW Orcs from the display to, like, you know, build up his army a bit, waiting for more Orc players to come up. Me and my mate Scott just turn up and just go, doom. That's their moon on the table. And the kid's face was just amazing. He put his entire Orc army inside That's No Moon. And it was amazing. In one turn, we killed all the space wolves. Like, it was amazing.
My new favorite sentence ever. In one turn, we killed all the space wolves.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant.
I love the image here with the boarding ramps open, and out of one is coming a squad of mega knobs, and the other is the killer cans emerging. That's so awesome. That's going to ruin anyone's day, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like the on the top, like it's collarbone sort of area. You've got the head, and then in front of it, there's just like little sort of crenellations with all the shooters on. And there's a bit with all the mega knobs all standing around it, and you can imagine it sort of like trundling into battle, and they're all sort of just up there, sort of just surveying the battle. Like, you know, like when the Queen used to be on a balcony.
Yeah, the Orky version with a power claw.
Here we go.
Yeah, unbelievable for the flat gun to be seen used as well.
Yeah, the flat gun was great on that.
Protecting the Stomper from incoming fire.
Yeah, I've not got some pictures of the back of it, but it's got a little landing pad for a Deathcopter, and then at the back it's got like a boiler room where there's like grots shoveling coal into the back and things like that.
I've just seen, Tom, on top of one of the guns. Am I right in saying that you've got is that an epic scale Gargant miniature on there? Looks like
I thought it was a Gargant. I'm told it's a runt bot.
Is it a runt bot? Is it?
Yeah,
it's a runt bot. It's
beautiful.
It's second ed. Well, back in the day when grots could have runt bots a system, and they used to like project shields to protect your grot units. Yeah, it's a runt bot. It's nice.
Yeah. And then what I tried to do with the orcs and grots and everything was to tell little stories. So I think the last picture, you've got an orc looking out the window with an axe.
Yes,
just snotling with, I imagine he's hurling balls of shit at this grot, and his grot's pulled a pistol on him. And, it's just great. It's all to try and tell little stories. It's like on I think it's one of Sid's tanks, you've got the grot running on the track. Tank. And it's all about that kind of thing.
It's awesome. That orc climbing out, I can imagine like others behind him trying to shove him out where he's got stuck trying to fucking get his way out of there. He's trying to get into the fight.
Totally. So, yeah, so that's
stuff, man.
Me.
Well, the images, Tom, the images you speak of, hopefully, if you get them to us, hopefully the audience will be seeing them now on screen from the magic of editing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can send you a couple more. Yeah, the engine room and the landing pad and stuff like that.
The engine room, especially.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
What we got next? Great Gargant Gork's Teeth.
My other one.
Hogging the limelight here. Look.
Go on, Tom. Tell us about this one.
So this is the one I've been building slowly over like the last 3 years. I decided to get back into the hobby in January 2020 and decided I was going to build a Gargant. Got all my bits just in time before lockdown. Started making it, and then I met you guys. So Yeah, let me scroll up to it.
Yeah, this is
So-
the one with.
Oh, this is the engine room I was thinking of. Is there an engine room with like a big furnace in it?
So yeah, so
The big
that's the
baby.
unit we've just looked at, the sort of
Mhm.
greenish Gargant with the double death rollers. That's got the furnace, like the boiler room.
This
Right.
is the one in your story, isn't it? With
Yeah,
the
this is the one
shark
from the story that's got the. I'm just trying to find the thread myself. It's up there. It is. So, oh God, what's it doing, man? Yeah, so this is the one from my story. So basically, the idea was, I was talking to my wife. I think I was talking to some of you guys at some point or someone, and I said the word shark attack gun. Sorry, I said the word shock attack gun, and my wife thought that I said shark attack gun, and I was like, babe, you've just invented a new orc gun. You don't know how momentous an occasion this is. So I've built this one. If you can see the main picture, if you see on his right shoulder on the left of the picture, you can see those swirly balls of lightning there.
Yeah.
That is the shark attack gun. It fires sharks.
And the shark tank beside it as well. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. So that's the ammunition. And then in the story, the orcs that are sent to get the ammunition quickly realize that if you've captured a shark, you are rich beyond your wildest dreams because they're nothing but teeth. So they're pulling the teeth out with pliers, and then the Warboss is mad because his sharks haven't got any teeth. And it's total comedy.
Warboss getting pissed. I'm going, I want sharks with freaking laser beams.
Yeah.
The Gatling gun is really cool. So what did you create that, or is that where's
Is that the
come
one,
from?
the Gatling gun on its head?
No, the big main on the other side is arm.
Oh yeah. I'll show you that Gatling gun now. Actually, hang on a sec. Let's get it. So I thought to myself, if you look back in the Zoom chat again, so I'll show it to you. I thought about getting a Forge World gun, you know, a Titan gun, and they're like 70 quid, and they're made out of resin. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna go to like Toys R Us.
70. There's
and
no
get
way.
a kid's laser gun. I've got
Maybe this was back in the day when he was
I've got
looking at
this.
the price of it years ago.
which lights up and makes noises.
That's
And I've
quality.
I still haven't painted it, but I've got like loads of Ork gubbins and stuff. I'm just bolting onto the side of it, and it just sits there. Cost me a tenner.
It looks fucking awesome because I think sometimes you got guns on Gargant stuff and Stompas and things, and some of the armament stuff can sometimes look quite spindly, even though they're not. They're a big gun, but on a scale or something like that. But that looks like scale-wise, it's just right. It looks proper impressive.
Yeah, so it's a proper sized gun on
Lovely
it.
looking gun.
I do like the fact that the Gatling gun on the head has the freaking Death Dread kill cannon.
Yeah.
Rattler cannon thing on it, isn't it? Yeah.
So that
awesome,
that Gatling gun on his head is one from a Terminator 2 action figure. You know, when Arnie's got the minigun and
Yes.
all the cops. It's that one. And that cost me £2. £2 to get that.
Beautiful.
And then the Forge World kill cannon on top from, I think, a Death Dread or something. It's probably like 30 quid.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Tom, is on the shoulder, not where the shark attack goes, but where the big like zap gun, smasher gun thing is on the tower. I see the glyph plate on there. Is that the face plate off the Stomper?
It is, yeah.
Yes.
Just gives you a sense of the fucking scale of this thing. That glyph plate just looks fucking tiny. It looks like a postage stamp.
It's the face from the Stomper.
And you've got like the front end of a chimera, is that like just smashed into the front there, just
smashed into the front? Yeah, you know, just
think is the plate right at the middle of the belly above where the gun would be. Is that off the Gorkanaut? That's the two doors, is it?
Which bit are you talking about?
Where the gun will be on the main belly. There's like literally this square of armor.
It is.
Yeah, that looks like the doors off the Gorkanaut.
Well, one of them is from a Gorkanaut, and I hadn't got the other one, so I just scratch built the other one.
Yeah.
Done a fucking good job. Nice. It's the last one of yours we just looked at was incredible, awesome. But I think it's shown how far you've come away because this one is even more impressive, and it's
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's fucking incredible. So how many hours do you think has been spent
Oh, mate.
on this?
I don't even know. I can't even remember how many rivets there are on it. Like,
I'm
I
not
mean,
surprised.
like
No,
some
I'm
of
not
these
surprised
rivets are
either.
the main nuts and bolts, and other ones of them are nail art studs. And I have individually glued on every single one of them.
I think the danger with stuff like this is when you're looking at them, just as we are now, and you look at it and you look at the build, is it's easy not to pay much attention to the paint job. And even that, I mean, I was just zoomed in on the turret on the left shoulder with the lifter dropper on top, and the metal on that's lovely. It's worn and it's just yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, it's mostly just sort of dry brushed really, and then just like washes and things. It's not
Yeah.
It's not it's a shame I haven't got a close up of a lifter dropper. That lifter dropper itself is a 3D print. It's one of Gargant's ones. And it was just the right scale. I was like, yep, getting that.
Well, remember, mate, the magic of editing. Any images you want us to show, the audience could be looking at them right now.
Right, so I can give you guys that. Yeah, the only thing with the colours is, you know how was it Weezer's one, the Wrath of Gork, the blue one?
Yeah.
What was so good about that is that because he's painted blue, the rust contrasts really nicely.
The orange rust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas because mine's red, you can't see the rusty bits very easily. So it's just what I want to do is I want to weather that red like I've seen Dredd do on one of his vehicles recently. So I want to dirty it up and make it look really grimy. At the moment, it looks like it's had quite a fresh coat of paint on it, which it has. But I want to brighten it up. But the best bit of this is the engine room. If you scroll down to
no, it's the engine as well. I've
I love
actually
it.
Really, because it lights up. That's what it is. It's all lit up, so it's really.
you got me to get one, Tom, because I was like, yeah, that's such a cool idea. And I have plans for this, not as extravagant as those plans, mind, but yeah, it's an awesome fucking idea to do that. So cool.
I was just so happy how it came together. My mate Scott said to me, he's one of the lads that made the first Gargant with me. He said, get one of those plasma globe things. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then that was where part of the inspiration for the story came from. So if you look at the picture where you've got Big Mac Arsenic, so he's the Forge World Buzzgob, custom force field on his back. And then there's Monkey, who's a Jacaro, right? And if you know your lore, like Dim will know this, the Jacaro are like biologically innate mechs. They know how to make stuff. And they were made by the old ones that made the orcs. So I got into my head, well, what if like an orc mech and a Jacaro made friends? They totally get on. They just make machines together, I reckon. and I reckon they'd sort of know that they were vaguely allied on some sort of genetic level, you know. But Jacaro do really advanced stuff. So in the story, Arsenic, who finds Monkey, Monkey actually tinkers with his stuff, and so he's got like the most ridiculous shock attack gun that fires sharks, and he's got a plasma reactor, and the Gargant's got void shields on it and everything, like, you know, just stupidly high tech stuff.
I love it. Next,
right,
lot to aspire to.
Mega Stomper 1, Jim.
Mega Stomper 1.
Now why is it not coming up for me?
Oh, it's not by Jim. It's called Jim. Right. Sorry, I was there.
Yeah. Jim is the name of the Mega
number 666.
Scroll down a bit first because you can see what it's come from.
This is the Cromlech.
It's the Cromlech one, right? Yeah.
But look how much extra plastic card's gone onto it.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
An insane amount, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really good. That.
He's
Yeah.
All the
really
cabling.
so much effort.
Yeah, the cabling is really good.
Loads of little bits of kit you can see before
So
they build
much
it in.
extra work on it.
Oh, the little balcony made out with truck doors.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's mint.
I need to see more of that.
Superb, innit?
Oh, it's superb. That.
The paint job is fucking mwah.
Mhm.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Again, the rust contrasts really nicely with the yellow, and I love all the classic Bad Moon, like black flames up on the shoulders and that. The OSL lighting on the weapon, and that looks really effective.
Like I like those Cromlech kits, but I've that they're like I've always had that sort of feeling with them that they're a good basis for a kit, and this is what the end product. This in my mind when I look at those kits, it's when someone adds their own sort of bits and pieces and details to it, and makes it their own. I'm like, yeah, this is what it's supposed to be like.
Mm-hmm.
It looks mint.
Yeah, he's gone above and beyond there, hasn't he?
I say Cromlech could be happy to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to make you want to go out and buy one, isn't it? That's that's not going to do their sales any harm. People to have a look at that image.
Yeah, when you can see the potential. I really like the down the bottom at the back. I know it's got all of those like different platforms and stuff, but at the very bottom, you've got underneath those platforms, you've got the steel girders that are holding them up, and all the cables coming down to the very bottom bit, and it's all, much more slapdasher down there. The cables have been pushed through the holes in the girders
and that. Yeah.
And that's so realistic, and what things, like in all those behind, if you look behind a wall at how things are really run behind a wall, like
it's never tidy, yeah.
Like that's what it really looks like, and that's in the bottom part. It's tucked away in the bottom part of this build, which makes it even more realistic. I like that. Good touch.
Yeah, it's confusing me though, because it's yellow with black flames, which tells me it's Bad Moons, but then there's a big blood axe glyph on the side of it there.
Shh, they're being sneaky.
Yeah.
With Gargants, I always think that you'd have boys and grots from all different clans making them, and it'd just be whatever the Warboss decides is how it'd get painted. But I've always wanted to do a little scene with like 2 grot gangs, one painting it yellow, and one painting it red. And then they sort of come across one another and have a massive paint fight. So
I love the use of the truck doors for the sort of wall around the balcony bit there.
Balcony bit, yeah.
And then you've got the Gorkanaut glyph face plate on there as well.
It's hard to tell what's original model and what's been added, unless you look at the unpainted version.
Always a sign of a good kit bash /
conversion.
It
is, isn't it? Yeah.
Definitely.
I almost always kind of prefer myself. I mean, I love a painted model, but I always love looking at the before it was painted. Just seeing all the
seeing all the data. Yeah,
that really does it for me.
I like it when you've got it like that, and you put that first coat of primer on it.
I think when you look at the unpainted bit, there's like armor plates just on the collar of it. They look like they're from the very old battle wagon.
The battle wagon wheels. I was just looking at them. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I think the ones I had were cream.
Oh yeah, there'd be different colors of the plastic. You can get cream ones.
I can see bits from the Met gun, from the Gorkanaut, from the Dakajet truck.
There's some
Mega Knob bits there.
Some
Cromlech stacks, but that is a Cromlech.
Loads of plastic card, loads of cabling and wires.
Trying to figure out where those exhausts at the back are from. I think they're grot tank ones.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. And then I was thinking, well, it is Cromlech though, isn't it? So there's probably some other Cromlechy bits on it too.
Although they might also be from the Forge World Mega Tank one, because they've got quite big that's got quite big exhausts. But
IT's gone cold.
They're a pain in the arse.
Nice.
It looks fucking stunning. It looks stunning.
Clearly, the silence is like all
Yeah.
oogling over it.
Yeah, that is what it was. It was a comfortable silence of just staring in admiration.
Yeah, it's like when you tell you're eating a good meal.
Yeah.
No
And,
one's
and
gone
he's done
quiet.
another one. He's done a Godbuster as well, like the other Cromlech Gargant.
To have a look. So that was Mega Stomper 1. Next up, we got Custom Stomper Tank Squisher from Gain.
Yep. I'm looking at it. I'm only seeing one picture. Oh, no, there's a thread. There's a thread.
That's a good use of some at feet.
Oh yeah.
That's where it's at.
Oh Jesus.
Oh dear.
Giant can or
I do love it. The face is just amazing.
Yeah, it
It's
does
just
look like a
amazing.
massive, like a huge killer can, doesn't it?
I know it's not a Mr. Potato Head, but it looks like a
It
potato.
looks
got that
It does,
vibe,
it does
doesn't
give
it?
that
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah, it does give a Mr. Potato Head vibe. It really does.
I like that he's done the whole face rather than the head on top. I think that's a cool, different way of doing it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
And he's converted the AOS. Is it the AOS Psyker that normally has bones on its
Yeah, the
hands?
war chanter or something. Yeah,
Yeah, and he's giving it like remote controls instead. That's cool.
I love the use of the Henry Hoover vacuum like hose at the back.
Oh, is that what it's off?
Yeah, it looks like it. I'm pretty sure.
Those are pretty snazzy ISL effects as well on the lights on the top.
The plasma glow sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the
And
left
the lights as well, yeah.
What?
Both. Yeah.
4 lamps that the guy's got in front of him.
I mean, if the
Setting
basis
the-
of this is a flower pot, which I think it is, he's done fucking amazing work with it.
Wow.
Like the core of the body.
What is the
Oh,
arm
yeah, you're
that's
right,
holding the gun? Like, what's that made out of? Like, that's what is
Well, I
that?
think
Looking at it, I'd be
the
inclined to
joint
say is it at parts again.
the upper joint
Yeah.
is definitely at that. It looks like it's probably a hodgepodge of all sorts of bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a little bit of GW thrown in there, but I think mostly it's probably household parts.
It's a lot of scratch building, isn't it? It's all.
I think that might even be an old drill. You know,
Yeah,
makes me think of an old drill. Maybe one that's not working, or the outer shell of one that's broken up.
Mm-hmm.
properly made out of scrap. Like,
Yeah, it looks mint.
Does it really good, doesn't it?
But it just shows you that if you start with if you're doing a scratch build, you can one of the easiest ways to hide it is to just add a couple of little bits of GW parts here and there, or even just like greeblies from another source.
Mm-hmm.
You just add a few greeblies, it just breaks up the flat surfaces and things, and people barely notice.
Tell you what, is metal. Metal is mint.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good metal.
I like the name of the next thread. It's just Gargant Barry.
Barry.
It's another one from Tox number
It
666. Another one of the Cromlech ones. Barry, modified Cromlech Godbuster.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. I was looking.
All right, Buzz.
Now this one's even bigger than the last one. There's nothing to give you an impression of scale, but this is like midway between the last one that he made and like my size. Like I think the Godbuster's maybe only an inch or two smaller than the ones that I've made.
Wow.
So it is big. In fact, if I've got one thing that would be better is he hasn't got enough grots on it. Like, so you can't see this. You know, you should be crawling with them. You know.
I like around the back of it. He's used the big glyph plate from the Stomper on the back, and again that can give you a sense of scale.
Mm-hmm.
I love the big crane on the shoulder.
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
Is that the one from the mech kit? The mech. The mech.
I feel like that's a Cromlech thing. I swear I've seen that on Cromlech. I might be wrong, but
I don't think it's the one.
I know they do a big. I know they do a big grabbing claw.
So I think it's a lot bigger than the one off the mech shop. And it's not the one off the. It's definitely an Orky one. It's not like off the the servo thing. But I think you're right. It might be Cromlech. I'm not sure who made it, but
the use of the grot turret from the flyer kit is I love that turret. Like it's so cool.
The little glass turret. It's brilliant.
When he's used that grot on the wrecking ball under the gun. That's hilarious, man. I love it.
That's good. See, that's brilliant. He needs more stuff like that. Like he needs to be crawling with them.
And again,
the grog in his hand as well.
When you see the unpainted, again, you can see the plastic artwork and stuff and the extra details he's added.
Yeah, that last photo is amazing where it's got close up of the face. And you can see, like, just below that, you've got like an area where there's a shooter sticking out through some bars. They've all been made out of plastic card. And then again, amazing cabling all around that eye.
Yeah.
The detail in the eye is brilliant, isn't it?
Fantastic.
That's a shock attack eye.
Yeah.
Are they the bits off the Wars Bomb Mega Blasters? Off the
I think so. There's quite a lot of flyer bits used on there. The other eye, he's used one of the bits from the teleport blaster.
So he's added plasticard parts to the crane that actually came with this kit.
Yeah.
Such that you feel thinking it was a GW kit. I don't think I need to say anything else.
He's actually filled behind the card, the MDF as well. So he hasn't just clad it, he's also filled gaps behind where you would see through and go, he's actually bothered to go in behind those areas. That's impressive. And actually bend the plastic card so it looks like, properly bent metal and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of decent work gone into that.
Look at the welding bits that he's done with putty in between all of the plastic.
Teeth in that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
And like loads of looks like welds. If to my untrained eye, that's brown stuff that he's used, but it might be some of a putty. It could be like
some form of putty, anyway. Yeah.
One of them.
Can we take a moment to appreciate the kill saw that has kill saws within a kill saw as well? Like on the flat side of the chainsaw, it's got circular blades spinning like the other way. Like that's the most orky kill saw ever.
Did they still sell this one, or was this a one and done with Cromlech?
I think this was last October, so I think it was this time last year, limited edition. But they might bring it back next year or something.
You never know. Yeah, it's looking mint though.
The whole face on the chest, like with the big gun coming out of the big maw, like it looks like Gork or Mork, doesn't it? It's got that like the image that you always see. Like it's always used as thumbnails on like any lore videos talking about them with the sort of the image of them sort of through the warp and the flames and stuff. Like it's got that big just gaping maw like coming out of the big fucking belly gun coming out. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It looks proper terrifying, like in the coolest way possible. So cool.
You see on the back as well the little tiny plastic card glyphs he's made as well. The top right, just by the exhaust there, just like just little details. Like that.
Oh yeah.
Like, just
Classic Ork glyphs, isn't it? With
Oh,
all
yeah.
the different things
Yeah.
you can just about make out all the ones from the codex, so you
You
can
can
like,
stop the unky and all that, and
you
yeah,
can tell he's flipped to that page, and he to recreate them glyphs.
Yeah, I was looking at the back there just before I saw those glyphs, and he's put extra cogs and armor plates and wires on the side of the saw.
Oh yeah,
Just next to that, there's a couple of doors open to a little proper little
little hut.
with
Was
the
that,
roof tiles and
yeah.
a proper pair
Little
of
shack.
wooden doors and that. All. I don't
Brilliant,
know
isn't
if
it?
that's part of the original model.
He just needs to have a couple of grots coming out of there with like a hose pipe or an oil can or something. You know?
Yeah. Above the shooter arm on the shoulder pad, just under the crane as well, it looks like there's a little mushroom patch. There's some little toadstools growing on the left shoulder.
little
Is
like
it?
little window box.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to the third picture from the bottom, where it's unpainted.
Yeah.
And you have to open the original to zoom in a bit. But just under the crane,
Oh yeah, I see them. Yeah, that's cool.
some little resin toadstools growing. That's pretty good. Like that.
So yeah, I see them.
Oh,
Yeah,
bloody hell, yeah.
I was trying
Tiny
to.
things,
Brilliant.
there's so much detail.
Yeah.
This
So
video would
much.
have to be about like an hour long per entry.
Yeah, to give it proper justice. Yeah.
To fully appreciate everything, because somebody's going to be sitting there who's made one of these and watch this and go,
The bastards.
I never mentioned me mushrooms. Sorry.
I think
Which is quality, because these things would be crawling in spores, wouldn't they?
Oh, aye.
oh, yeah.
Right. Time to hit you with the big stick.
Yeah.
Move on to the big stick.
Cool. This thing's got a bigger gob than you, Dred.
That's impressive.
It fucking doesn't.
This was a bearded orc.
Look at the
What are we
tiny little
looking
Gorkanauts and Stompas in front of it.
It's very classic.
Oh,
yeah. Very
How
classic Gargant.
minuscule. Look, Gorkanaut in front of it just looks tiny.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna step on that flyer.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like, what is it, 2.5, 3 Stompas tall?
Lads, which one are we looking at now?
The big stick.
A big
The big
stick by the
stick.
bearded orc.
the
Yeah, that's free
the Stomper's bloody next to it as well, and that.
Yeah, the Stompas
Yeah.
right beside it.
I see it.
That's a bane blade, a stomp, and a couple of Gorkanauts, and you don't even notice them.
No, you don't even see him there.
I didn't even see the Gorkanaut until Sid said it there.
Oh,
yeah, there's Gorkanauts there. Yeah. Come up to his knees
don't
at best.
Don't
Tiny
even
little
try looking for the
Gorkanauts.
death dreads, the horde of death dreads and cans in front of it, because Jesus.
This
Yeah,
is
the way-
another full-on scratch build. A lot of plastic card.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot of plastic card.
Nice
Yeah, that
chopper
looks
as
it.
well. That must be like a toy chainsaw or something, is it?
It's got to be in it. That looks good though.
I'm saying.
I don't know. He might.
I'm looking at the image on the image where you can see it pretty much completed. That I don't know. It looks
The blade, anyway, not so much the housing,
Yeah.
but just the blade. But it's a perfect size for it,
Mm.
and it looks like it could actually smash things on the ground as well
Well, it looks
Yes.
like the blade underneath was cardboard, and
if
then
it noticed them.
plastic cardboard.
Yeah, if you didn't already walk on them. Yeah.
Kill that thing! What? Doesn't matter. You got it.
See, this one is deceptively large because it's not
Doesn't,
as fat as
it
the
doesn't
other.
look it when you see a picture of it by itself.
Because its head is so big, it gives the impression of the body being small, and you can't see
Yeah,
it
true.
on it.
Yeah.
So you got no idea, and then
Yeah,
you
it
see
looks
it next to a
Stompas
stomper.
It looks Stomper size, and then you see it.
Yeah.
I suppose that's sort of the thing that we notice with like the newer scopes of orcs when they've shrunk their heads down. It makes them look bigger. So
Makes the actual
the
bodies
inverse
bigger.
will be true. The bigger the head, the smaller the rest of the miniature looks. Until you pull it on the table beside other stuff, and you're like, Jesus.
I'm finding myself admiring the paint jobs and all his dread mob in front of it as well. Like, he's fucking done a lovely paint scheme on this stuff. Looks really cool.
He's done some good stuff, to be fair, that we had at Ork in the past. He's done some good things for these competitions.
There's a fucking lovely goth horde he's got going on there.
He's got Gazgul Fracker in the front. He needs to put that on the Gargant's head.
Yeah.
Just hiding behind a tooth.
You can't handle the tooth.
There's so many great ideas, like, you know what I mean? Like, the jaws you can have as a platform or up on the shoulders and stuff. Like the shoulders on this one are impressive. Shoulder plates.
Yeah.
And the gob.
I mean, on his build picks at the bottom, the very bottom one, which is like must be one of the first build picks, but not the first one. But it looks like he's building something entirely different altogether. To be fair, like Sexbot 2000 or something. It's you know, it's like, can we get some more plastic on in this, please? Because I'm getting some looks off the wife.
Yeah, I like this one. If I was going to build one, I'd probably build something not too far from this. You know what I mean? But like the base structure, the shape of it, I'd build something very similar because it is very sort of classic, epic look. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, nice work there, Bearded Orc. That's cracking.
Quite admiring his battle fortress / battle big custom battle wagon.
Was that not? I think he put that in last year.
Yeah, it looks kind of nice.
Just before we move on from this one, I can see it.
I think it was like something Belcher or something.
What we've said about it, I mean, it's the fact that you see it on its own, and you think, oh yeah, that's a good Stomper size, and then you see it with everything else, and it's like, oh Jesus, it's I mean, my camera doesn't even do it. You know what I mean? It's huge.
It's very visually deceptive.
Huge until you see it next to other stuff. So I think that's that's well done. That.
Like, I reckon the look of it'd be like something you'd see on the horizon or whatever. You'd see it away at a distance. Oh, that's not too big. And then as it gets closer, it just keeps growing.
Like, oh, that's 4 days away. That
it's not small. It's very far away.
Yeah.
Powers combined.
Power Ranger.
Background.
He's gone full on Captain Planet here.
He really has. So he's what he's done, but he's cropped out the background, which is nice actually. Because
I'm rather impressed with that, to be honest with you. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. I think a lot of us have spent like 74 hours making a Gargant and then like 30 seconds taking photos of it, myself included. So like, you know.
Well, you're going to be knackered after all that work, aren't you?
Yeah.
Time to retire.
Yeah.
Well, this thing's fucking big. Because I see the little orc down at the base of it.
Big, I can't find
I'm trying to get something to scale.
I'm just watching.
I like his approach. Like
I'm watching his video, he's putting everything together, and it's big. Oh, he's got tiny hands.
It's my hand. We will, guys. We'll share a link to Earthman Brick's video on this, so you can see. Go and check his video out on this as well, because it'll be the
If there's any videos in here, we'll stick them in the. We'll stick the links in
the description.
I like this though, because it is a case of, like, if we're being honest, not everyone gets to use these big models that often. Like, they tend to sit around being dust carriers unless there's like an event. So it's getting the most out of it in regards to the terrain as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a really good idea, isn't it? All separate up and then using it.
And I do like his, because they look like it's made out of proper scrap. Like,
his
it
weathering
really
and
does.
stuff on the painting is really. This stuff is like proper rusted and beaten and battle worn, and it looks proper knackered.
You know, it was Epic Narrator.
Which weirdly is a compliment for Orky stuff. And
Yeah, Epic Narrator said for the Scrap Timber Challenge, I think it was last year, he said, Earthman Brick. Yeah, this looks like he's been hit with a brick.
It does look like you need to have a tetanus before you actually play.
Exactly.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, very cool.
I'm just seeing his video where he's putting it together. Yeah, it is big.
Yeah, it's held together with like proper brackets and screws. I mean, I've put shelves up with smaller brackets than that, to be fair. Like, it's
cross bracket together,
by halves.
I'm a bit disturbed by the title of the next thread.
Okay.
Bob.
Which one are we looking at?
I don't remember entering this.
Bob by Ort, another one by Tox 666.
My God, he keeps himself busy, don't you, doesn't he?
He does. He's got a family photo of them all, I think, together.
Oh, yeah, all three of them.
And
His wallet was empty after last October, wasn't it? Fucking hell.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, look at the rivets on that. Oh, dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rivets and nuts on the last one was pretty good, but this.
Ooh, where did I recognise that from? I've seen that before. On the back of the saw arm, there's a engine.
It's Kablams by Foxbox.
Ah, yeah, I've got that.
Yeah, it is that one.
Of the
Got that somewhere.
they're fantastic plastic tube pipes. The
Mm.
plastic card pipe work he's done now, coming off that engine block on the saw arm. It looks like they're sort of scratch built pipes, exhausts and what have you.
Oh, and that's a brilliant idea. That's the best use of them plasma generator things, just to for a Gargant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stealing that idea.
100%.
That or in a giant weapon as like big capacitors or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just takes a lot of the hard work out, doesn't it? Bits like that. That's just perfect for like. I was impressed that he's spent all this money and bought these 3 not cheap Gargant miniatures, which are impressive kits in their own right. You know, they're cool kits. They look awesome. And he's gone through so much extra effort and detail and work.
Plastic.
Covering it up.
Yeah.
To be fair, something that looks better.
Oh yeah, no, he's had the brass balls to take a saw and hack the snot out of this thing, but make it his own. And like, it's even got like he's giving it GW Stompa feet. Look at it, it's fucking. Oh, it's hilarious. I love it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, well done, Cromlech. I appreciate your carpentry skills, but I'm going to take over now.
The real mechs in
That's as
town
it
now.
should be.
Yeah.
You should never have two Gargants that look the same. That's just
No.
Very true. Yeah.
that's how every
Or
orc
two orc vehicles of any kind that look the same.
exactly.
The last October when I looked at those HDF like Stompa kits, I was like, oh, they're all right, but there's nothing really wanted us to, be this thing. I'm going to go and buy one that didn't strike too much of a chord with us. But when I see what people have done with them, the bits I didn't particularly like on the full kit, they've just made so much better. And the bits I did like the saw arm on this one, with just a big circular sword and a spike on its big arm, I think that's mint. You can keep that and just, obviously tweak it a little bit. But yeah,
A little bit.
It's making us revisit me choices from 12 months ago, to be fair.
Yeah, because you can see it's a good basis to build up from, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because obviously with MDF kits and that, there's lots of flat surfaces, which is perfect for putting on these like plastic card armor plating bits and stuff, and adding your own details and just.
So you're still getting rid of your bebop and
Oh.
now you're thinking, hang on to, weren't you?
Yeah, but if you're going to put that much work into it, you could literally start with a plant pot, like for the body at least, and get the arms and what have you. Get the arms, fair enough, but with the body, you put that much effort into the body that it could, as long as you had the basic shape underneath. Yeah, that looks, and I'd like to see again. I love seeing it unpainted so you can see what's going, like the whole sort of like it's like got a face mask on.
And I think they do sell the bits like separate, don't they?
Yeah,
They sell them so you can buy
Just
parts
by the
and
head,
stuff,
just
which
by the
is-
arms. Yeah.
That's cool.
The gun's mint on that as well, with the big sort of like blast shield on it.
Out of
There
an
you go.
old school
We end
rhino,
up using Cromlech quite a lot this October.
I'm loving the fact it's an old school rhino hatch.
Yeah,
Just like
Oh yeah, right on there.
just on there.
just on the front.
Hmm.
It's a bit from one of the like the the budget sets that they did with some of the the little sort of brownie plastic terrain that you could get for
One of the kill teams. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they had like some really nice terrain bits in those little sets, and you got some yarn, some promos or whatever, and you got some really nice terrain pieces in there. That's from them. I presume probably you could probably get it on an issue or two of Conquest as well. I would have thought.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Have we
So
seen
the
them all now?
No,
There's one more.
Fred.
there's a couple more in the Owners Club thread. So the first one that I
Coffee trial.
haven't covered is well, no, it's it's Jude's. It's the Gitman's.
Oh, yeah.
He's got he painted up
Oh yeah.
he painted up what is it, a Gorkanaut? Yeah, it's
Gorkanaut, yeah.
Where's this?
in the
Towards the top.
Gargant Owners Club towards the top.
5th of October.
And he's done a lovely job of it because his colours are fantastic. The orange and blue really stand out, and his
Oh
map
yeah,
is great.
I see it there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
It's
love
not-
Gitman's paint scheme is for
It's
his
good.
army is really cool.
Yeah, it's that kind
And
of
it's, I
together, isn't it?
believe it's what gave Clint the idea to use a Nerf gun.
Yeah, that's what I've said that to him. Yeah. Yeah, but it's good.
Well, look, like the edge highlighting, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good. We happen to know that he's not super young, but to all of us, he is a child.
He's young.
He's a
enough.
youth.
Like,
He's
Compared to that, yeah.
For this painting game, when you were what in your mid-teens, could you paint as well as that? I could.
Good eye, fuck.
It's been great watching him come on as well.
I was going to say, we've
Like,
watched
just
him
over the
grow.
last couple of years, which is over an eighth of his life, to be fair. You know, you see him go on. At the start, I mean, 17 years ago, he couldn't even put a rusk in his mouth. And now he's edge highlighting and shit. Jesus, man.
Even freehanding as well.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's
It's got the kill tally on the side of the.
Yeah.
What is that gun called? It's like a mega gatler or super gatler or something.
Super Gatler, I think.
Deathstorm Mega Shooter.
And that's
Oh,
it.
that's it.
That's it. That's the Stompas Gorkanauts one.
I stopped paying attention after 7th edition to the names of the weapons.
It's good.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, he's done a cracker job.
What's this one here that I'm looking at as well? This is another one called Slam 0628.
Oh no, I've seen
Not
this
quite,
one.
not quite finished, but looking really good.
God, fucking this is Mega Gargant, isn't it? And this does again remind me of the old epic Mega Gargant. It's got all the crane work coming out of it, and that big boxy look on the tracks, and the face is really cool. I love the face on that.
I want to see into that plastic tub at the bottom. I want to see those vehicles, because it looks like he's kit bashed in like orky bits with like, it looks like toy cars maybe, or like car kits. I want to see those. Sorry,
surely this miniature lives in the shop. There's no way you carried that.
Oh
into the
no,
shop,
that's
right?
I believe that's what he drove to the shop.
Oh.
And then all the staff sleeping it at night.
A whole tribe of orcs could actually live in that.
Yeah.
I mean, no. He did bring the Gargant into the shop and took it out. It's just afterwards they had to get the bricky back to.
Yeah. Getting delivered on a fucking forklift.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's looking good. That.
Yeah, it's very nice.
We got Toffee Trolls painted GW Stomper.
Yeah.
Love the paintwork on the red.
Oh,
I like that sort of
That's a very vivid red.
bronzy, metallic-y sort of.
Yeah, got a metallic-y look in it.
Yeah. Same with the yellow. The yellow's like a really metallic. Obviously, he's done like metallics and done like a glaze over, is he? Do you reckon on that?
Yeah, I reckon that's blazing.
Mm.
Looks good. Looks good. And he's varied up the style of it as well.
Mm.
And I think he's done the classic. I recommend this to anybody who struggles with yellows and yellows, whites, and reds. If you're doing vehicles, very easy way to make it better. Start with a solid metallic, like light lead belcher. Lead belcher is a great one. Use even a lead belcher spray, and you can paint directly over the top of it.
Yeah.
And if you want it to look clear and crisp, you can do a little layer of white or a little layer of grey or a little layer of black, or like another base coat color, and so in between the two, and it'll, because you've got that metal, it'll make it even less opaque, so it'll be nice and clean and crisp. I do that a lot when I'm doing graffiti. I do graffiti on Rebel Grot tanks rather than colour schemes.
Dimmy's actually Banksy. Did you know that? Dimmy's actually Banksy.
Banksy.
I'm his distant cousin, Patsy.
I like the red and yellow checks. It just
Yeah.
it triggers like it to me. It puts us in mind of like the independent kingdom of Northumberland. You know,
it is the colours as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's close. I mean, it's more like interlocked stripes, but still, it's better.
I mean, you only ever see it in car stickers, but yeah,
That's true.
I like how Toffee Troll has tried in vain to create a scene behind and use a backdrop, and it just doesn't fit because it's too big to fucking.
The Stompas just too big.
Nice try, Toffee Troll.
Yeah, I've had that problem many times myself before, trying to get a backdrop for a larger model. Got to get the angle if I stand on the other side of the room.
Yeah. We got El Diablito.
Yeah.
El Diablito.
Yeah.
This is a cool looking one.
I think that must mean the Blight the Eldar.
This is it looks very Bender, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does it?
The
Yeah.
man in the iron mask, but yeah.
Yeah.
Bender, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Even
this
like the
reminds
Iron Giant vibes sort of a bit as well.
what this reminds me of is there's a bit in one of my stories where the Ork War gets through the desert and then it comes across like a Gargant graveyard where like another War has like ground to a halt and died, and all the paint has been sandblasted off of them over the years.
Nice.
It looks like it's died, and then another Ork could find it and fix it up again. This one does.
You know what it looks like to me? If you look at the third picture, looks like a samurai. Doesn't it? Or maybe I've had my head in too much. Like,
No, you should get your eyes tested there, mate. I don't know.
How short did they cut your hair?
See, my initial
When proper deep.
If you squint really hard, right?
Nah.
I mean, this is it primed, like it's not fully painted.
Yeah,
But in the state it's in now, it reminds me of like 1970s or 80s, sort of like post-nuclear war zone type art, where it's all muted and desolate and stuff. you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, after what Tom's just said, I feel like it'd almost be a shame to paint it now because this has created a cool fucking image of a Gargant graveyard. That's just fucking.
Yeah.
I mean,
That chopper, it looks like you could actually do the hedges with that chopper as well.
Yes.
It looks business that, you know.
Show
That's
back
why it's
inside, mate.
outside.
I mean, you could still keep it weathered and rusty, and just vary up the rust,
Yeah.
and keep it like that if you were so inclined.
And just add a bit of splash of colour like on the eye with the energy weapon coming out the eye, just like the eye of Mork, whatever it is, just a bit of sort of OSL on it.
This, when I first looked at this, though, it did make me think of sort of like a post watershed sort of Hollyoaks later version of a Dalek.
Flesh Gordon Dalek.
Yeah.
It's got the dick gun.
Dancing around that, Steve Owen.
I think we all know.
It's me.
This show's becoming a bit like Top
Go on,
Gear.
Sid. Go on, Sid. I'm now looking at the
Family photo.
next one. Next one.
Beautiful.
Yorkster.
Yorksters.
Yeah.
Going to
Go see
have
the family photo of Tox 3 together, just to give you a sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Before we move on to Yorks, there, show that up there so people can have a see.
You see, that just says to me, nobody's getting in that house.
Yeah, pretty much.
Blocked.
Your name's not down. You're not coming in.
I don't know.
Someone come to that
My
door behind
anxiety
you.
levels are skyrocketing with the fact that door opens inwards towards the Stompas and he's taking a picture. I'm like, oh. If somebody opens that door, the missus comes in. Here, I need the shop.
I'm home. Fuck off.
I'm
Half the door just
before,
breaks
man.
off,
I
you
know
know
that
what I mean?
didn't happen, but it looks like it could.
Yeah.
And last but not least, isn't it? Because this
Yorkster, yeah.
Yorkster,
So it's, I don't know how it says going to have to call him done. We'll sort the interior in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks pretty done, Yorkster. He looks pretty fucking good, mate.
Oh, I've
He's done a
Now,
great
I've
job.
not really looked at this as it's been going on. I've occasionally popped in and had a look through the threads, and I did see this one. And you have to scroll down a bit. He's given a lot of pictures here, which is mint. But there's a little porthole,
Yeah.
and if you get
Yeah.
right up close to it and look through it, you see a little rivets and dagger sign
Yeah.
and some little, little green skins inside doing the, not doing
It's
the
phenomenal.
business. It's not a toilet, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's quality. I just love that.
That is
Where is the
beautiful
porthole
little
on that
touch, isn't it?
body?
Beautiful
Where-
little touch.
I see the photo of the porthole, but I don't see where the porthole is on the
Well,
construction.
when you do see it in the flesh, you get to go look for it then,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
well,
it.
it's a nice blown up picture of it. You can't miss it.
And I like the other little porthole with the squig eating the grot there, poking out the
Yeah.
porthole. Like the grot's tried to escape out the time, but just a little bit too late, and the squig's got him.
Oh, the shoulder sections are little sort of galleries. So it's like, where it's some grots and you see some shooters poking out between little sort of like crenellations and that. And he's put lights.
Yeah.
Like loads of
Yeah,
stone
it's all
taken
wired
off,
up, this one.
some stone boys taken off from the right hand one. That's mint, that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love the lights. For the other stone boys taken off, that's great.
There's also lots of
Hang
little
on.
internal lights as well on the body. You see like the grating, the light coming through from the inside. Now I
Yeah.
see just above that as well the little snotling being chased by another squig.
I've
Like
got a
this thing's
terrible-
crawling with squigs that are just chomping up on all the crew.
I've got a terrible feeling that not only has he got working lights, but I believe that Defcopter's rotor works as well. And
I think it does. I think
Yeah,
I've
you
seen
can see it
look at the
spinning.
photograph, you can see it spinning.
Yeah.
It's spinning.
Oh wow. Wow.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Has
There's
he got the
few
one of it
guns
in the
there,
dark?
A few guns there as well, I've noticed.
Oh, I don't know.
Couldn't help but spot them.
Oh, so maybe one of them ports there at the back is the USB port then.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I'm loving the threads that he's made. He's made them himself for the tracks.
Oh yeah, and that's not easy to do. It's a pain in the fucking ass is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I've attempted several times just to do grot tank tracks, never mind something.
I like I like the whole shape of this one as well. The different look where he's got the sort of big girders coming at the side of the guns hanging. It's got like a different silhouette to most of the other stompers we looked at. It's a cool. It's got its own unique sort of look and that.
Oh, that's genius. So, like in the center, the set right in the middle, right? There's what looks to be a super cannon, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's the basilisk cannon.
Mm.
To cut the gun shield makes it look exactly like Forge World super cannon.
Oh yeah.
That's genius. It works really nicely.
It's very cool.
I've just noticed
It's
above not the belly gun, not the midriff guns, not the chest gun, but if you want to give it a name, the nipple smashers. There's a
Nice.
interestingly enough, was my nickname in high school. But the nipple smashers, they're quite big. But they look like
Must be
Well, they
cold
also
though.
said at school.
What's with the neck?
Do I sense
Got big
nipple
nipples,
envy?
oh, but it just shows that's the fit. I mean, I suppose it's got. I mean, when you look at the full size zoomed out, I've been zoomed in on most of it. You see the size of the Death Copter in the Storm Boys and bits you'd see and recognise quite familiarly, and then the whole thing must be fucking massive.
Yeah.
It's another one that when I look at it, first of all, I don't appreciate how big it is.
Yeah.
Well, you'd kind of look at the tracks and think, you think, oh, it's like mounted on a Bane blade or something, but I think that's pretty like double the size of a fucking Bane blade.
No, they're massive, mate.
They're
huge. Yeah,
made from scratch easily.
Yeah,
I love the tower on the top as well.
Yeah,
I love the little tower. You see little grots poking out of that with guns and stuff. Awesome.
is that the Cromlech flat gun as well on the shoulder?
I think that is,
know,
Out the blast shield on it, because I've got that on mine.
Yeah, I don't think the Forge-World one.
That's the Cromlech one, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
I think the Cromlech ones have longer guns.
Yeah,
It's some lovely checkers as well on the base for that flat gun.
Never bleeding mind that. Look at the amount of diamond plate plastic hard he's using on this thing. I'm bleeding well jealous.
Use like a corrugated.
diamond plate on that.
Yeah.
insane.
It's damn good.
What are people using to paint these? Because you sure as hell not going, well, I think I'll paint this one red. You know. Oh, I think with a pot. You know what I mean? You must be using like house paint or something, or
Yeah,
at least
but then you also
a
want
rattle
it to go
can.
into your army, don't you? You want it to match the colours you use for your army as close as
Yeah.
possible. So
Yeah, I think
I love it if
Use
he's
it with a
just
rattle
used
can.
like a bit of Citadel paint and he's just gone through like 70
doubt
pots.
that.
Just painting out like
I'm going to need my Citadel large basic brush. There we go.
You just dip it in. Look, that's one pot gone. Next.
Tipping it out, wouldn't you? Put it on.
Nipple Teslas.
Well, he's excited. He's going to war and he's got his nipples all erect and that.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
that's all of them then. So,
For now.
how the fuck do we pick a favourite? Like, we're never going to agree, are we? We never agree on anything on this fucking show. Should we all just pick our personal favourites?
I was thinking it might even be worth just mentioning, like, well, I don't even think I could do that. I've got one that I'd like to talk about. I'll probably pick that one.
I don't know. I mean, I knew which one was my favourite, but to be fair, we'd only looked at one, and then after that, it just got harder, and not like that. Well, a little bit like that. But
We've seen
After
some
the
pretty
nipple
arousing
tattoo
stuff,
gun,
mate. There's
yeah,
no
well,
shame in it.
Yeah.
Sort of
It's
a
organ
snake
porn.
situation.
Are we going to have a little moment to ourselves, just not to ourselves, like off camera, to have a little like, put the heads
Jesus Christ.
you're
You're really excited, mate. I didn't realise that.
Wait till we finished filming, Sid. Right? We're all excited, mate. We're all excited.
But you know, just just so we're not arguing on camera, which is very unseemly.
Yeah, like we never do that.
Do that. Never.
I want to go for Boiler Boy.
What's that, Dredge? You're going for Boiler Boy?
Yeah.
I've looked at that many. I can't remember them all now.
Are you going to
Pretty, innit?
make them
Alright.
more red, or are you just going to...
Take Sid's advice and look at some images of Boiler Boy on my own.
No, I that's a good fucking
Yeah,
pick,
no,
Dredge, to be fair.
no, it's too tough.
So, Dredge,
I don't think we should pick best. I think we should just go...
well, pick
Yeah.
personal favourites, or just one that you like.
Do you know what I will say for myself is that I didn't expect, I totally, in my own expectations, was like, well, I'm going to pick something that's mostly scratch built out of plastic card, and it's going to have all that sort of detail. And I was no way ever in my mind would I have thought, if even the thought slipped into my head, I would have gone no to an MDF kit. But oh my god, those 3 MDF kits, the amount of work that went into making those look mint. That's really, I mean, that's my takeaway. That's the thing that's really shocked me, was making them kits look good. What I mean, not that they're awful, but just like we were saying, like they're a good basis, and that has perfectly demonstrated what talent can do.
It's really you need balls to take a kit which you'd spending a good wedge of cash on, and they were like at least a ton, weren't they? $150 something.
Oh yeah.
To get something like that and go, right, that's the full kit. I'm going to make it better. Make your saw, get your knife, get your glue, get your plastic card, and just improve it.
Yeah. And he has improved it completely as well.
Yeah.
He really has.
I have 2 picks.
Are we allowed pick 2? Because that makes things easier for me. Because I'm stuck on 2.
Well,
because I like. I go on. I might as well fucking smash it out. I like the big stick by the bearded orc. The one with the big head that looks smaller than it actually is. And I like the other one, the other classic build by Weezer 6-9.
The Wrath of Mork.
The Wrath of Mork. Yeah, I like those 2 because they're in the style that I like, like classic style. Like I like the 2 of them. I think they're my favorites.
Yeah, I like Wrath of Mork as well. As probably one of my favorites. I think it's between that and Boiler Boy. They're probably my 2 favorite. But they're all fantastic in different ways. Like there's so much talent. Like,
well, Boiler Boy's got a few votes now because he's also one of my 2 picks.
Yeah.
I love the use of the big head boss bunker for the head. From the first moment I saw that, I thought that'd make a great Gargant head, and it does, as evidence here. I love the fact that it's got the mohawk. I love the fact that it's just such a wicked nod to Gargant-Zinski in the fact that he's modelled it on him as like an effigy to him. That's so cool. And there's just so much detail in it, and it's painted beautifully, and it's just fucking lovely. And the other one I really like is where is it gone? It is it's got to be Great Gargant Gork's Teeth with the shark attack gun. It's Tom, the work you put into this is simply astounding, and I think your Gargants have definitely not only have you sort of ran the competition and got all this in order and ran this year-long competition of this, but I think your Gargants have been a massive source of inspiration to a lot of these creators. Well, it's worked, mate. It's worked. And I think after this video has come out, I think it's only going to inspire many, many more. I love the work with the lightning bolt in there. The story that's told with the Jacaro and your big mech and all the scene that's inside, the shark attack gun, the awesome looking Gatling gun, and is this fella's, am I right in saying he's still not finished?
He's still not finished.
Because he's got a big gaping hole for his
he's got to have a massive belly gun there and boarding ramps, and he's only about half painted. He's not painted on the back at all.
Well, in that case, you're disqualified. Sorry, it can't be it. But yeah, that one and Boiler Boy for me. But yeah, like everyone else said, every single one of the entrants is
phenomenal,
really
stuff.
Cool in its own way.
I do like the Wrath of Mork, to be fair. I think just the colour on it as well. It's a cracking paint job. The weathering's mint. It's got that classic old school. It's got the is it the what was the Gargant with the big fat belly, the one they made that what was it called again, man?
Armor cast?
The armor cast.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the word armor. It's very similar to the armor cast one, but I really like that. And I do like as well the one from Slam 0628, the huge one. It's obviously still under construction, but it's got the build of like a Great Unclean one. It's just a huge, massive chunk, and the head sunk.
Build of me
beneath the shoulders. I like that. There's too many. I like your. I'll just keep going on. It's really hard to pick, but yeah, I think they're two of my favourites.
Yeah, I think Boiler Boy for me had it. I just like the whole look of it, where it's just so ramshackle. It's so misshapen. There's no symmetry to it, which I really like in my Orky builds. I think that's, for me, I love that. I don't like them looking too. It just looks like everything's just been slapped on and just built up and built up and built up and built up over time as it's been clanking across the battlefield. They've been slapping bits on and they've been going with it. It just looks, I love the paint job, the tracks. Yeah, just looking at it again here. I'm going to use that as a bit of inspiration to finish my one, hopefully. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's when it's done for me. And Tom, I love the head on your Gargant with the Gatling cannon, the one you nicked off the top. I love that head on that. That looks superb. That bit, the whole thing's great, but yeah, the head with the Gatling cannon just coming off. I don't know why, but that's just really.
I didn't see any lifter droppers.
Oh, I saw there's a few lifter droppers.
There's a couple.
There's a couple. There's a couple. Mine's got a lifter dropper. Didn't Boiler Boy have a lifter dropper?
Yeah.
Massive one.
Massive one, yeah.
Definitely. So
the lifter dropper on that is the same size as the Stomper in the picture with it.
Yeah, I'd vote for Boiler as well. That's probably my favorite overall. I want to mention that one, and I also want to mention the Incredible Bulk as well for similar reasons. Because, like, often when you talk about Gargants, everybody always expects that it's just going to be a scratch build. That's not necessarily the case. If you're creative and you've got a big enough bank balance, you can absolutely just you can kit bash still. I think the what's it called again? The Incredible Bulk subsurface one shows that quite well because it's 90% kit bash, and then obviously like with the other one with the boiler with the words with Boiler Boy, Ewan's one. There's some scratch build in there, but there's a lot of kit bash as well. And I just think like this is part of the reason why I don't think it's particularly right to pick like a winner or anything in particular because everybody
you can't take the moral high ground after we've all done it.
Well, I think you say I guess
I'll go last.
Well, I think we kind of have. I think Boiler Boy's got it, hasn't he? I mean,
I think that just points out it's some of our favourites.
I think in a vote, I think we got 4 of us at least have voted for Boiler Boy, and I mean, it's certainly no.
Yeah, but this ain't no democracy. It's a agree.
But I was going to say, like all of every single one that we've seen today have all got the same sort of idea of what Gargants offer as a canvas. Is that it is the best way of plastering a load of storytelling, individual touches into a war. In many ways, it's an effigy not only of your war, but of your personality as an orc player, and it gives you an opportunity to really do that and throw them and do crazy stupid shit, and that's why it's a great project. And one day I'll do one when I can be bothered.
Anyone that ain't got a Gargant and you're an orc player, you've got to look at yourself in the mirror and feel a bit disappointed in yourself. Really, you're not a proper
it's the practical space. Let alone building it. It's like, where am I going to keep this thing? Yeah.
I've got a Stomper. It's just used as bits.
Yeah, I've done that, but something like that, like you just described, which is a completely personal project with a story. I mean, when we talk to Tom, like on Discord and stuff, like we all know like the story behind this Stomper, but it's not just that it has its own fluff and lore, that it's actually got its own journey as a project too. So it becomes a sort of living thing, and then you've got all like the little different details that you spend so long on that people get to know. So it all comes together as this big thing that, like you say, it sort of showcases the different parts of your war as such, and sort of brings it all together as such as that. And it being a big thing, it's obviously going to draw a lot of attention. So
but they're effigies, like they're
you if you ain't got one.
they're effigies in a couple of ways. In that, like, in lore, you know, they're like literal totems, but they're sort of effigies of the hobby for the Ork community, like, because each one is its own unique story, and it'll, you know, build up history from being played with, and there's little nooks and crannies, and, like, you know, even the narrative and the bits being added in when the guys put in the bits, you know, for rivets and nake, you know what I mean? That's all weaving into the story. So as they're being built, they are physically doing what they're supposed to do in lore, and they're doing it for us as well at the same time. So it's like you're watching the history of the community actually being built in front of you.
Yeah,
you know,
that storytelling aspect is something which, like you say, every one of these we've looked at, there's stuff going on. There's we've missed so much. We've missed so much. Just you'd spend a couple of hours. There's so much to see. We can't have seen it all. And yet you look at some of the other factions. You look at like Imperial Knights, and the story is it's an Imperial Knight. You look at some of the big Tau mechs, and the story is it's a Tau mech. Big Wraith Knight. There's not much going on, and sometimes I feel sorry for them, but then I think fuck them. Orcs is best. You know, they've made their bed.
Hang on, those Imperial Knights, they're usually piloted by some toff that went to private school, I'll have you know.
I'd say the thing I'm taking out of this is at the end of it is, like, I'd love to see, like, most of these on the tabletop, one big ApORKalypse game
on, like, one table, all in the same building.
I think it would spread the orkiness. Like,
if one table could hold all that.
I know. But that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see a big battle where there's like Gargants knocking the snot out of each other. So, like, and to facilitate that, like, we'd have to have rules for Gargant. So I think, like, if somebody in the community came up with like what they had like a custom Stompa builder in Imperial Armor 8 back in the day. If we had rules for like a custom Gargant builder, that would be sweet. And just to see them out on the table, just tearing lumps out of each other, it's always a beautiful thing.
The only problem would be most of these people probably live all over the world, and they're not even carry on, are they? Let's be honest.
They're not easy to transport, to be fair.
Oversourced baggage all the way. Yeah.
How many of those Gargants there, Tom, you probably know best, are outside of the UK then?
Let me think.
Cossack. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Tough feature.
Boiler Boy's Ewan, and he's in the UK, I think. And oh God, do you know what? It's not easy to tell, because if I haven't spoke to lads on Discord, you can't always tell if they're Brits or Americans, or Canadian, or I think quite a few of them probably are outside of it.
Yeah.
If we actually could, and, like, you know, it'd be worth a couple of us going up to film it, you know.
Yeah, I think
even if the ones across the big pond organize it.
Oh yeah, multiple battles. It doesn't have to be just one. You know, you could definitely just have a day for it where the Gargants all just kick the snot out of each other. I think that'd be cool.
All bosses can club together, send me out on a flight out there, and I can cover the footage of it and record it.
We just clubbed together to put you on a flight, one-way flight, mate.
I'm losing audio. What was that?
Always on.
You can keep them. You can fucking keep them.
Got to wear.
I'm a bit skint at the moment, but I'm sure I could find some teeth for that.
What do you mean? One?
Don't need any teeth, just a cannon.
Oh, I'm gonna have some happy dreams tonight. I'll tell you, it's just filled my heart with joy. The thought of that.
Dread flying to America.
Just shooting you out of a cannon.
It'd be better than a massive trebuchet.
Just all of us saluting him. Who's little goggles on the front? Right there,
a little like that grot that you get the Stomp boys.
Get one of them plunger sticks, get him in there, get it right there.
Now that whip around I'll do. with the flight goggles.
Oh, the whole community. We get a fucking like Just Giving page or something for that fucker. Have a Kickstarter for that. That'll be funded within minutes. Oh, there you go. Link below, guys, if you want to fund that project.
So Sid and Essex, when are you going to finish your Gargants?
Mine's there.
I think Clint will be finished before me. Like,
Yeah.
I did start one, but it's tiny. It's
Well, I still haven't finished mine. I've been doing it for 3 years, so you know.
That's what you do with it, Sid.
Mine will be finished by the end of the year, I reckon.
I'm chomping at the bit now, to be honest with you, to do one.
We could sort of do a yearly review of Gargants that people build, because I'm sure people will build some this year.
Well,
I think we should. I think every October
sure.
we should do a roundup of the Gargants built that year.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I seriously think anybody who's feeling left out, it's just like my
Join in.
there.
Yeah, Jordan, I think this is going to have
Let's have another year.
inspired. This is going to have
Do it again.
inspired a huge amount
Right,
of it.
you
Yeah.
definitely haven't missed out. If you've got a Gargant and you're in our community, share it with us, because it will find its way either onto the next one of these next year, or onto the Instagram, or be shared on a Facebook, or any of those places.
Well, there you go. If we're going to do that, I'd say, Tom, why don't you set up the 22/23 Gargant build, and we'll share a link in it below. And if anyone wants to get in for next year's Gargant showcase, then get cracking now, guys. And see if we can. I can see where this thing goes. Holy fuck!
Right.
God knows.
I think
It's going to be a
there'll be a
long
few
video
more.
next year, because I reckon we'll have even fucking more.
Well, it kind of behoves us, doesn't it? Because strictly speaking, if certain people are wanting an all Gargant meat, doesn't that mean that we should probably have some?
Well, I'm starting to feel inadequate without one, so I've got to make one. Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is the main idea I've got for a Gargant, it's not so much a Gargant. That's the problem. Because
That is a problem with the Gargant.
yeah, because it's more of a Mortal Engines thing. I just want to have like a rebel grot village on.
You want a grot tank?
Yeah, do it.
Gargant size.
Mate, we've literally just seen like some terrain that transforms into a Gargant. There's no excuse.
exactly.
You know, crack on. Like.
Dim, you've said it. It's painted an image. Just make it, please. It sounds
Local
incredible. Yeah,
Ork Engines, yeah.
yeah, that's fucking brilliant.
Do it.
Grot Town on tracks. Fucking.
What would my
awesome.
fluff more though would be to have just, instead of a Gargant, would to be have a like an Ork ship, like like a cruiser or a fucking pod ship or something.
Funny
Like
you
something
mention that.
fucking-
It's
Huh?
mention that because like I've been thinking about doing like a grot tank army, and like maybe even a grot tank codex, possibly. Although the likelihood of me doing it for your modern rules is unlikely. It would be a third ed thing, but never mind. But like I had the idea of just doing like just all sort of grot tanks, and then I thought, actually, I've got an even better idea. Maybe because Scar put me onto too many laser pig videos, but I was just thinking, like, what if the grot tanks was like your traditional tank, like a tank company, like proper military, but like the grot mega tanks and all the bigger vehicles were all more like a grotty navy, and they had rivalries and an air force as well, and like so. But then I was talking to someone on the Discord, and they mentioned like World War II Japanese tanks are quite orky, and I was just like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to build a Yamato, aren't I?
When I said air like big Ork like spaceship, and you said grot tanks, well, the image that came into my head was just this big large hangar with rows of grot tanks inside. Like that'd be a really cool cutaway. You sort of open the thing up and you've got loads of grot tanks all in a hangar.
Ideas like that. What are you talking about?
Well, I think we should probably bring this video to a close.
Yeah.
Some of us got work and stuff, so yeah. Oh, I'd love to stay and talk about Gargant build ideas all night, but without giving anything away.
Shut up then.
Don't say it.
No, don't ruin. No, that's my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
If the blagger of the group is telling you to shut up, you know you're going on.
Unlike Dread, I won't actually give it away.
He's
We
done
will
some
have-
psychological thing there, because now when I do it, it's totally Steve-O's fault. All right.
We will have more content coming this month. We usually bring one video a month, don't we? But we will have more content coming your way, and that's all I will say on the matter. But yeah, stay tuned to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit the bell, hit the notification, keep all that stuff. Keep an eye on the Facebook groups and the Discord and the Instagram and everything else. But yeah, stay tuned, guys, because it's going to be a good month for the channel. We've got more stuff coming your way, and I'll remain tight-lipped and say nothing more on that.
Means my Instagram.
Exciting times.
Just keep an eye on Instagram.
Right, who's wrapping this up? Come on now, he's taking the piss.
Yeah.
Right.
No, safe and fair.
Essex.
No,
I mean,
for me.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
You see us out, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for watching. I just wanted to say, I wonder, just one last little thing. I wonder what Gar would have made of this if he'd have seen this. In his honour, honestly, he would have been blown away by this, wouldn't he?
It would have been
Like,
laughing.
Definitely.
You would have made a fuck off big Gargant for a start, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine it? Fuck. Oh, what a shame. I do miss him. But yes, on that note, it's good night from me. Thank you very much for watching. And who's next?
Don't forget to drill your barrels, Scar.
6 plus Steve-O. Ah!
We
Who's
need to
hosting
start,
this?
one of them,
I'll tell you what, right? After 3, everyone together, right?
we get a
1,
clock face and a spinning
2,
weel thing. Spin it around.
3.
6
Drill
plus
Goodbye.
Drill your barrels, good night.
Catchphrase.
And I've been Dread's legal guardian for today.
I tell you what, if it wasn't a shower of shit at the end, it wouldn't be the same, would it?
Yeah.
Seeing as you're Boston, I'll stick you in the middle.
Oh, thanks.
The middle top.
There's not any sound feedback from me that's annoying anyone, is there? From...
No, just your voice, mate.
Yeah, it's a bit of
That
a
face,
bit of a
my
season
God.
climb that's getting me hits, but I'll put up with it.
How's my sound? Because I'm just using my iPhone.
Sounds good, mate.
Sounds better than Eddie.
That's my hair.
He looked like you need a slap on the back of the head.
Does my bum look big in this?
Stupid boy.
Quiet in class. Quiet now.
Tom speak there.
Well, be ashamed to cover up that new do, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
not ready to check it out.
Oh, I'm just jealous, mate. I miss the days
Yeah.
of having shit haircuts, you know. So I can.
I miss the days of looking good enough to smash a girl behind the bike sheds. I miss that. I miss looking old enough to sort of hold a bottle of wine shite in nobody but an island. I miss those days.
Yeah, anyway, Dred, you just be quiet and eat your Haribo, all right? Let the grown-ups get to work.
This one's the shape of a bike.
He's all excited today, guys. He was out trick-or-treating last night. He's
Yeah.
all
Oh, he's full of
pepped up
sugar.
on candy. Yeah. He's had his fizz whiz and his fucking popping candies. He's buzzing his little tits up.
And he's up past his bedtime. He doesn't know himself.